Middle School for some playoff action as the Mason Comets take on Walnut Hills here in the first round of the playoffs. I'm Daniel Panetti here, joined by Andrew Little. We apologize for the late start with some technical difficulties. The bottom of the first, runner on second, Alex Kelling double, and up now for the Comets, Jake Hanley.
And Hanley pitching. He's on the mound as well today for the Comets. Struck out the side and the top of the first.
Yeah, and something that was standing out was that slider of his was just getting all three of some of Walnut Hill's best hitters, just catching them completely off guard. So, you have your ace and your Indiana commit and Hanley. You want those off speeds to be working, especially in the playoffs.
1-0 count here. 1 out. And Hanley lets the pitch come in. It's low.
And you look at Hanley, obviously the great pitcher, but the incredible hitter that he is as well. He's coming into tonight with a .37 average, a couple home runs on the year with 10 extra base hits, 4 of those being triples.
Low and inside, that one. A called strike from Reese Cannon, the sophomore.
Yeah, you look at the mound, Reese Cannon, just a little over 40 innings pitched with almost a sub-2 ERA on the season. This guy has been the guy for Walnut Hills all season long, and after giving up that leadoff double to Alex Kelling, they're going to need him to step up here against one of the best hitters in the state, and then the rest of this Comet lineup.
Cannon evens the count. Looks back to Kelly on second. And gets Hanley swinging. And now 2 outs. Comets threatened to strand Kelly, who led off the inning with a double. And it brings up third baseman Drew Stevens, another senior here at the top of the Comets lineup.
Yeah, that's strikeout number 52 on the season for Cannon. So this man is a strikeout machine. 40 innings and 52 Ks. So he really loves to attack the zone. First pitch just inside on that.
Yeah, misses there. And Stevens coming off of a leg injury, but they're counting on him heavily. Batting cleanup in the lineup.
Yeah, but look at this Mason team. Feels weird to say, but they've been on a very cold streak after these past 3 losses to Grove City, Centerville, and LaSalle. Both of those games by either 1 or 2, but especially LaSalle on your senior night, you take a loss on there. That big run coming off of a grand slam from LaSalle.
And Stevens rips it to third base and makes the throw. So the Eagles, after a rocky start, escape the inning with no runs and leave the game tied at 0-0.
Welcome back to the top of the second here for Mason Middle School. The Comets, after a leadoff double from Alex Kelling, the Walnut Hills is able to escape, so Comets back on. This ball hitting to left, near foul.
And what a catch out in left field.
That's one of the toughest plays in baseball, but he's able to make that. Now for Walnut Hills, Jeremiah Thornton.
And Hutch Cruciata was the one who made the play in the outfield. Bring up out number 1. So 4 batters, 4 retired so far for Hanley. Fastball inside. It's fouled by Thornton. Drops that one in the bucket.
Yeah, we talked about this first inning from Jake Hanley when he took down all 3 via the strikeout. It's a slider again. As we mentioned, that slider was looking near perfect in that first inning.
And ahead in the count. Was able to take a risk there. Now 1-2.
Thorne, a 366 hitter, usually finds his way on base. That ball is right field, and it gets through past Kelling. So it'll be a 1-out single. So Walnut Hills gets their first guy on base.
Yeah, right there into the 3-4 gap. Kelling not able to get there in time. It's a great hit, especially battling back from an 0-2 count. And Thornton sets the tone. Bryce Woodford.
Woodford, a 277 hitter. Couple doubles on the year with 1 triple. First pitch outside on the breaking ball. Hanley so far has been kind of resorting to that on the first pitch, trying to get the batter's timing just a little bit off. Throw back to first, gets back in there safe.
And Thornton, 11 stolen bases on the year. At first base, he's a threat.
That ball on the ground is short, and it'll be a double play. A nice stretch at first from the sophomore Liam Sander. So after a base hit, the Comets turn the double play. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Score still singled at 0-0. back for the bottom of the second here. Score still 0-0. Both teams looking to finally get a spark on offense. Up for the Comets now, Mark Rutherford.
Nearly grazes him outside. And Rutherford, extra burden on his shoulders. This playoff's going to be likely the sole catcher. J.J. Darst kind of split reps with him behind the plate, out for the rest of the year. So Rutherford, who used to split time between infield and catcher, is now full-time behind the plate.
Yeah, we saw the Comets run out Trace Walsh in their senior night.
Rutherford hits that one high into center field, and it's brought in. A little bit of miscommunication, but the Eagles come down with it.
Left fielder, number 27, Hutch Crociata.
Hutch Crociata will now come to the plate for the Comets. Crociata's been getting a lot more time these past couple of weeks for this Comet team. You look at only 9 games, 27 at-bats, batting just near 300 on the season. Looks down to lay a bunt. Moves it back. The other one's outside.
Crociata made a sliding catch in left field on what would have been a foul ball last inning. Now looking to make his mark at the plate.
It's this in the left.
Right on the money.
Crociata turns back to first. Looked like he almost thought about 2, but the Comets, 1 out,
Now
gets
heading for the
a
Comets,
single,
right
trying
fielder,
to
number 9,
kind
Casey
of with the same
Berner.
flow as the last inning.
And Donor batting .231 on the season. Let's the first pitch go by.
Yeah, not exactly the season that the senior's been wanting to have, but he still came up in some pretty big moments.
Yep, 14 RBIs on 15 hits this year. That's a pretty unreal conversion rate there. Brings in a lot of runners.
Yeah, it's what you expect to get out of your 5th and 6th guy in the lineup. Try to get as many opportunities, at least to drive some people in. Throw back to first, slides in safe, a little close, but Crociata's able to get back in there.
Crociata just 1 stolen base on the season, but getting a little jumpy on the bag.
Yeah, this Comet team was near 100 stolen bases in the regular season. Someone's popped up. It'll drift foul.
So now Donor fighting back from 1-2 in the count.
Yeah, I mean, you look at this Comet team, some guys with stolen bases. Alex Kelling first in the GMC with 22. And this Comet team, that's why on their senior night they had LaSalle throwing back to first base almost every at-bat.
Donor sends that foul back over the press box.
Yeah, teams just know how deadly Mason can be on the base pass. But really the thing with Mason last game is that they just could not get any sort of an offense to go. In the later innings, they brought in the sophomores, Grant O'Connor, Liam Sander. They got on base. And he's going to go down looking at a nice pitch there from Cannon.
The sophomore has been dealing so far, giving the Comets some problems. Now Liam Sander, the sophomore, brought up a chance to get out of the hole.
Yeah, Sander looking to be the power hitter of the future for the Comets. 2 home runs on the year. It's tied with Hanley. Takes first pitch, drops it in for a strike.
Sander playing first base when Hanley's on the mound like today, and he's making the most of those opportunities.
Runner goes, throw to second, and
Crociata
he's in there.
Crociata gets under the slide. It's a late tag.
It
From Braden up.
Didn't get the greatest of jumps and a nice throw from the catcher. It's just Crociata's just able to discreetly slide in under. So Comets get a guy in scoring position.
That's Cruciati's second stolen base of the season. And Sander takes another one high inside.
Yeah, look at Sander, came in as a pinch hitter in the 7th for their senior night. Got a single through the middle, but Comets were just not able to bring them in, try and get the game tied. Calls time. Looks like they're going to give it to him, although it was a bit of a late call. Now, it's got to mean a lot to the guy for knowing that Hanley is usually the everyday first baseman, although on the mound tonight. But the sophomore getting a playoff start at first shows the team's confidence in him moving forward.
A big leadoff from Cruciati at second. Sander swings deep into left field, and that one is brought down by Bryce Woodford. Had a shot to get out, but instead Comets once again come away with no runs.
No runs, a hit, a runner left.
And we'll be back with you shortly for the top of the third inning.
0-0.
Hanley out for his third inning of work here. Up for
it's the pitcher, Reese Cannon. He takes ball one. Low and outside there, so Hanley gives Cannon a 2-0 count.
Cannon, a 288 hitter on the regular season. A triple on 5 doubles as well. That ball called a strike.
But Hanley, 1 hit allowed so far. Last inning, looking to get back to his first inning where he had 3 strikeouts.
Right back at you, man.
Yeah, that one fouled directly behind Rutherford towards us.
Said only 1 base hit allowed from Hanley. That's kind of a weak shot through the second base gap.
And low and outside, but catches Cannon chasing. That's another strikeout for Hanley.
Now hitting for the Eagles, first baseman, number 42, Brock Francis.
Brock Francis up. Batting 176 in the regular season. A bit of a slump. He's facing one of the top pitchers in Ohio, so looking to kind of regular season over, trying to have a hot playoff.
And chases that one once again outside.
O2 pitch. Just high. Thought about it. Able to hold back. Hanley already 1K in the inning. Looking for a second. He does just that on the off speed. So another one for Jake Hanley.
Now hitting center fielder number 13, Michael Scruggs.
Brings up Scruggs, who made the catch in center field just last inning. And Michael Scruggs batting .293 on the season.
Got one in there for strike one. So far, Hanley attacking the zone heavily this inning. That one just outside. Doesn't really seem like Hanley's been locating as much as he wants to on his fastball. His off speed's really where he's been at today. Swings right through that one, so I had one too.
And once again, gets away from Hanley. Even count now for Scruggs.
2 pitch. That one's in there. Strike three. Hanley strikes out the side once again. Dominant showing from the senior so far. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Game still tied 0-0. Bottom of the third here from Mason Middle School. Batting ninth for the Comets, Brad Hart. As we approach the top of the order once again. Cannon out for his third inning of work as well. Looks to lay down a bunt. Nice one down the left side. Infielders played in, but no one's covering first. So Hart able to run out the bunt off some miscommunication on the defense.
Yep, Hart taking advantage of the mistake by the Eagles.
Yeah, we saw Crociata try to lay down a bunt. His first at bat. A little bit of a weakness in this defense.
Then brings up Kelling, who doubled to lead off the first inning for the Comets, but was stranded there.
Yeah, senior playing one of his final games as a Mason Comet. They're trying to make the most
Nearly hits his leg.
Kellen was hit a couple times in senior night, facing a wild pitcher. But you're in the bottom of the third, almost halfway through tonight's game. So you hope that some of your big hitters like an Alex Kellinger or Jake Hanley can really get you on the board. That one
Once
low
again, far away from the plate.
I'll make the count 2-0.
Kelling 9th in the GMC in batting average entering today.
Just gotta have a green light here.
Lets it pass on the outside. So 3-0 count now.
Yeah, Kelling, that hit, that double puts him, and obviously it won't go for a regular season, but that's his 30th hit of the season. Tied with Jake Hanley as most on the team. So he gets the call there. Almost looked a little inside.
6-0 Cannon. Getting a little bit of his confidence back with that strike, but still has to climb out of the 3-1 hole.
Hart with a pretty decent lead on first. And Kelling.
It's a called strike. Yeah, Kelling was ready to
two straight
his
pitches.
way.
Yeah, 2 straight pitches where Kelling thinks he has the walk, but Cannon's able to get the count back to full. So yeah, after being up 3-0, this count moves to 3-2. Look at Hart, 8 stolen bases on the year, and he does go. That ball grounded on the first. He will take it, or onto second, I'm sorry. He'll take it onto first, but runner does move up.
So sacrifice hit there. Brings up Sulik.
So good call to steal there. Could have potentially been a double play. Would have been difficult with a slow roller to second. But either way, it gets Hart on second. Now for the comments, Anthony Sulik went down his first at bat. First pitch swinging, pops it up in the infield. Second baseman has it, so 2 outs now. This it'll bring up
now hitting number 34,
hitter Jake Hanley.
Yep, and Hanley here in a prime spot to get that first run of the game.
Yeah, like you said, we're still early in this game, but you think this is a pretty huge spot, especially at the end when we look back.
But Hanley struck out his first at bat, looking for revenge here.
First pitch low, ball 1. In the dirt, Hart thinks about going, but it's looked back from the catcher. Hart. And you know, Andrew, you look back at senior night, there was just so many missed opportunities for this Comet offense. Left too many guys on base, had the bases loaded twice, and just unable to bring the guys in. So you know that this offense is eager to deliver, especially now with the playoffs. Yep, 1-0 outside again.
And now Hanley with 2-0 can wait for his pitch.
Yeah, and you have first base open. I really doubt that they give Hanley anything to pitch or anything to hit here. And he gets ready for a 2-0. And he's going to look Hart back to second.
Hart keeping the Eagles honest.
Yeah, like we mentioned, 8 steals on the season for him.
Now Cannon calls a meeting with his infield. So far, Comets, getting on base early hasn't been the problem. It's been converting on those opportunities. Now once again, a runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
Yeah, I mean, 3-0, I highly doubt they give anything to Jake Hanley. You got Drew Stevens on deck, who you would much rather face than one of the top hitters in Ohio. So meaning done, 3-0 pitch. They do.
The take there, so 2-1 now, the count. Hart a little bit closer to the bag. Hits the corner of the strike zone. Now even count. Hanley back to where he was in the first inning. He struck out.
Same spot, 2-2 with a guy on second.
That one in the dirt. Hart heads back to second.
You got to think with the count full here. I mean, obviously you don't waste a pitch, but you can't give someone like Hanley a pitch right down the middle. Full count. Fouls that one off right behind us.
That one a little outside, but full count, got to take it. Hanley stays alive.
So wait, seventh pitch of this at bat. That one outside, so Hanley, great at bat, is able to work a walk, so the Comets get 2 on.
Stevens.
Now hitting, third baseman.
2 guys
Number 4,
on.
Drew Stevens.
It's a 2 on, 2 out for the Comets.
Stevens was the GMC regular season batting champion. 381 average at the plate. And first pitch just misses the zone. Inside corner.
And Stevens is second on the team, 24 hits. Or sorry, third on the team, 24.
Hanley with a sizable lead at first. That ball popped second base. But the Eagles come down with it. So once again, Comets leave a couple runners on and are headed to the 4th inning. We'll be back with you in just a few.
Fourth inning of action here as Hanley out for his 4th inning of work. So far, a dominant performance on the mound. 6 strikeouts. They struck out the side twice in the 1st and 3rd.
Braden up at the plate.
pitch inside, strike on the off speed. That's really what's been working for Hanley most tonight.
Goes back to it, but and gets the second strike. And up in a bind here, 0-2. Dribbles it to third. Stevens gets the throw, and Sanders stretches, gets the out.
Yeah, two super nice plays from Sander. At first had the double
Now
play
hitting
in the
number
second,
21,
and a nice
Alexander
play there.
Cochran.
It shows you that the fielding that this Comet team's going to be getting from their pretty much first baseman in the next few years.
Yep, Sanders did the splits on that double play in the second, and there somehow didn't come off the bag. Misses on the first pitch to Ace Coughlin.
Fastball in there. Coughlin, he's here in the second round. Their first game, a 17-1 win over Withrow. Had a double with 2 RBIs.
Coughlin, one of their best hitters, 368 on the season. And ripped to left field. Crociata takes it on the bounce. And that'll put Coughlin at first base comfortably.
Now hitting
And brings up
number
Alex
4,
Conrad,
Alex Conrad.
the Eagles' leading hitter.
Conrad, a dangerous power hitter, hit a home run in that playoff win. That put his total all the way up to 6 on the year. Or sorry, 5 on the year. Pitch outside.
And Coughlin on first base, 11 stolen bases this year. Conrad at the plate has 20. So a lot of speed in the diamond right now.
Throw back over the first, dives back in safe. Probably the most pressure that Hanley's had to face so far tonight with 2 of the best hitters on this Walnut Hills team. Inside off speed, called for a strike once again. It feels like that's kind of been Hanley's bread and butter so far tonight, is that inside. Swings right through, that'll put it to 2 strikes.
Hanley showing off his velocity there. In the mid-90s. One of the fastest fastballs in the state of Ohio.
Swing and a miss on the off speed. Number 7 for Jake Hanley
Now
tonight.
hitting number 44, Lawson Bergeron.
And that's the threat of Hanley and his speed. Have to get a quick start on your swing, but right there, Conrad can't check in time once he picks up on the placement. It's too late.
Yeah, you got a guy who's throwing mid-90s with a fastball, then can resort back to the dirtiest sliders I've seen in high school baseball. It really just shows you what kind of player that Indiana is getting out of Hanley.
And hit. Sulik tags second
For Walnut
to
Hills,
close
number
out the
4,
top of the
a runner
4th
hit,
inning.
a runner left after 3
And so
and a
we'll be
half.
back
Walnut Hills 0, Mason 0.
At the bottom of the 4th with the Comets at bat.
Bottom of the fourth
Rutherford up to the plate. Bottom of the fourth for the Comets. And the Cannon still on mound, and his first pitch misses low and inside.
Yeah, both starters still in this game for Walnut Hills and Mason. Rutherford coming off of a senior night that he kind of highlighted a very slow game for this Comet offense, but Rutherford is able to have a strong performance. But so far this offense, you know, they've gotten a couple guys on base, they just haven't been able to deliver with them on. It feels like each inning they're getting guys into scoring position, just unable to bring those guys in. I won't call the strike.
Definitely been a pitching duel through 3.5. Comets with 3 hits, Eagles with 2.
Yeah, the 2 aces on the mound, you really don't expect much of a big game.
Rutherford sends that one to left field. And caught.
Now hitting number 27, Hutch Crociata.
So Crociata now up to the plate. He had a single in his first at bat, and then a stolen base got him to second.
Crociata starting to get to a point where you kind of need one of your guys to really get something going of a rally. You know, it's 3 straight games the Comets have been taken down by just 1 or 2 runs.
Not the momentum they were hoping for heading into this postseason, where they have very high expectations.
Yeah, viewed as one of the top teams in the state, almost took down Moeller, top 5 team in the country, but have just been on a very cold streak here recently. That one low.
That pitch in the dirt. Cannon. Crociata with an even count, 1-1-1 on the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
1-1 pitch, left side. It's going to stay fair. It takes a bad bounce for the third baseman. Crociata's going to go to second, and no throw in. So bad bounce for the third baseman, and Crociata is able to get up to second on that. So a big break caught for the Comets.
Hit should have led to a battle at first base. Instead, turns into 2 for Crociata.
So that will be
Albright wasn't able to get there.
Yeah, that will be marked as an error. So it won't be labeled as a base hit, but still could be a huge piece of this game if Mason is just able to deliver.
Yeah, it might be the break they needed. And Donor misses on his first swing. There, the bottom of the zone, just below, so evens the count.
The Comets have been able to really work up this pitch count. Cannon trying to get his last inning.
Donor flashes bunt. He doesn't get the first, but does advance Crociata to third. And brings up Liam Sander.
Look back at his first at-bat, took a ball deep to left, almost got out of here.
Now hitting number 38.
So his second at-bat, you know, he's kind of, both times he's been up, first at-bat and now, he's had guys in scoring position, so big chance to deliver for the sophomore.
That one outside. And last time Sander was at bat was just a couple feet away from hitting it out of the park, but right now just needs to get it in the field of play. Just needs a base hit to bring in a runner.
Yeah, obviously a home run would be great, but you just want to get on the board at this point. Ducks away from that one.
That off speed nearly hits Sander, so he's in a great spot. 2-0.
The sacrifice won't work at this point. 2 outs. You got the guy on third, so 2-0 pitch. See if Sander gets his pitch. One
Just a
high.
tad
once
high.
again. You wonder if they're kind of afraid to pitch to him, knowing the power that he has. 2 home runs on the year, almost made it 3 in his first at bat.
Yep, can't give Sander too much.
Yeah, they don't give him anything at all. So he takes the walk, and now runners on the corners.
Now hitting for the Comets.
Brad
Number 1,
Hart.
Brad Hart.
Had a hit his last at bat, outran a bunt. And
Time is called.
get a
Pinch running for the Comets.
pinch runner for the
First base,
Comets.
Number 31,
Cade
Lantier.
Cade Lantier heading in for Liam Sander. Lantier 2 stolen bases on the season.
So that'll be it for Sander. Got to appreciate the game he had. Takes the walk, almost hit 1 out, and 2 great defensive plays.
Have been possibly signaling a pitching change. Hanley natural position first base. That one hits hard, and so loads the bases for Kelling. And Kelling not the guy the Eagles want at the plate in this situation.
Now hitting number 3,
Yeah,
Alex Kelling.
Kenny gets a little visit halfway to the mound. But that's probably the worst outcome that could have happened for Walnut Hills. You bring back up the leadoff hitter and Alex Kelling, the Ohio State commit for the Comets. Already a double, and we're going to get a meeting at the mound.
Been Cannon has been lights out through 3 innings and had 2 outs, just needed 1, but has put 2 runners on. Most important pitch of his career, just a sophomore. And Walnut Hills had a big win in round 1, 17-1 victory over Withrow. But now the Comets, a tall task, especially at the Comets ballpark.
Yeah, the Comets and Walnut Hills, 2 very different ends of the stick their past 3 games. Walnut Hills won each of their past 3. The Comets, as we talked about earlier, lost each of their last 3. So it's really just been a gain back momentum game for the Comets, but it's been probably a lot more difficult than they'd assumed. Fans start to get louder. Bases loaded for Alex Kelling. First pitch, that'll be low.
He
Make
misses.
it 1-0.
Pressure mounting on Reese Cannon. Great pitch there. Down the pipe, Kelly elects to let it pass.
And usually when you have a guy like Kelling up, you're able to pitch around him. This time, no way, bases loaded.
And a strike called there on the outside of the zone.
Very questionable call. You can hear the reaction from the Comets side, not liking that. Questionable strike 2 call. Count moves to 1-2. One-two pitch for Cannon. Fouls that one off.
Kelly forced a chase there with 2 strikes on the board.
Yeah, Cannon kind of went back to that same spot as that strike 2 call. Kind of smart from Kelling. Can't take that 2 times in a row. Two once again.
That time, no denying. Ball number 2.
Just a little more outside. That one a lot easier of a call to make. So count fills up to 2-2. Makes a little less wiggle room for Cannon on the mound.
Kelling sends that pitch. Onto the street, and so count remains 2-2.
2-2 once again to Kelling. Sets and deals into right.
And ripped deep into the warning track off the wall. Land here in Crociata score. And so does Hart. Kelling stands at second. And the Comets are finally on the board after a big hit from Alex Kelling with 2 outs.
Yeah, there's the senior pop from the Ohio State commit. Kelling already a double in tonight's game. Potentially one of the biggest hits of the season for him. So after like we've been talking about, Andrew, an offensive struggle with guys in scoring position, Kelling changes that narrative in just one swing with a bases clearing triple. Comets take a 3-0 lead here.
Yep, Kelling his second double of the game. Routine hit there to shortstop, and that'll close out the 4th inning. But Alex Kelling puts 3 runs on the board in the 2-out rally. It'll bring up the top of the 5th. Hanley gets strike 1.
Hanley back out for his 5th inning of work. Quickly ahead 0-2 after gives him swinging on the off speed.
And check swing there.
Just outside.
Brings up ball 1. And Hanley now in his 5th inning of pitching in a much better spot after that Kelling 3-run double. A drop 3rd strike here. Rutherford gets it to 1st. Retires the batter.
Those insurance runs
Now hitting for the
definitely
Eagles,
helps.
number 22, Bryce Woodfork.
Ease some nerves on the mound for Hanley. Hanley's who's already pretty much been cruising through tonight's game.
Ben Woodfork up to bat for the Eagles, looking to get a spark. Shoots that one to second base. Kelling can't come down with it. Woodford gets the single.
Now hitting number 9, Reese
There
Canaan.
on Kelling. So Walnut Hills kind of starts the way that Mason did. You know, you think about last inning, if Mason doesn't get that error at third, you know, what could have happened out of that inning.
Cannon at the plate. Takes pitch one. That's a strike. Hanley sends it back.
But was unable to even come up with the ball.
Sander. A 1 count. Hit. Comets get the first and the second out they need. And so another double play, and it's a quick 3-batter inning for Jake Hanley. Now Comets heading into the bottom of the 5th with a 3-0 lead.
4.5.
And welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Jake Hanley, the pitcher, up to the plate. Walked his last at bat.
Yeah, walking a strikeout for Hanley so far tonight.
And Reese Cannon still on the mound for the Eagles. And catches Hanley swinging with his first pitch of the inning.
And Hanley, the way he's been pitching, you wonder if the Comets leave him in for all 7 innings. But both, you know, before that 4th inning, both starters were really dominating tonight's game. It didn't look like Hanley lost. Didn't look like he lost a beat there in the top of the 5th.
Even count now. And Hanley sends that one to left field. And Woodford comes down with it. So Hanley remains hitless
Now hitting
on the
number
evening.
4, Drew Stevens.
Now Drew Stevens, who was hit by pitch. Or excuse me. Drew Stevens back up to the plate.
This common team just trying to get on some insurance for either Hanley or whoever it is. That ball very slow to second, and it's over the head of the first baseman. He's gonna go, I think it's about second.
Yep. And possibly 2 errors there.
That ball goes out of play.
As Cannon missed
Now hitting for the
trying to
Comets,
retrieve
number
that ball, and
21,
then
Mark Rutherford.
sent way over the head of the first baseman. And so Stevens now at second base in scoring position for
I think this is
Mark Rutherford.
the 3rd time tonight that the Comets have had a guy in scoring position early in the inning. Of 1 out and a guy on second. Now Rutherford was a chance to get this game a little more opened up for the Comets.
First pitch in the zone for strike 1.
Runner goes.
Stevens on the move and gets past. And Stevens has a clear lane to home plate. And run number 4 comes in from number 4, Drew Stevens.
So Stevens could somewhat say creates a run there, forces the error on the slow roller to second. That gets him to second, and a stolen base and a bad throw. So pretty much creates a run himself. Gives the Comets a 4-0 lead.
A lot of cardio there, didn't have. And now Rutherford. 1-1-1. Sends that one to the shortstop. And another pass ball. And so he gets a free base. And wheels coming off the Eagles defense. It's error number 4 in the 3rd of this inning.
Yeah, 2 straight infielder
Now hitting
errors
number
to
27,
start the
Mike
inning.
Cosiata.
So we just saw Stevens with that chance on second. Now Rutherford in that same exact spot. Shiata will come up to the plate, and yeah, we're gonna get a meeting on the mound.
Cannon started off the inning well, striking out or getting out Jake Hanley, but then didn't matter.
I wonder if that'll be the next.
Some errors resulting in 6 bases.
It looks like
Running at second base for the Comets will be number 8, Tyler Dalton.
they're gonna keep Cannon
Score
in,
from girls softball.
try and
Cannon.
get out of the inning.
Yep, and Tyler Dalton checking in as a pinch runner for Rutherford. He's got 2 stolen bases on the season. Now Crociata up to the plate. 1 out, man on second.
Looks the runner back to second, trying to not let happen what just happened a couple minutes ago. Yep, already 3
Pinch
errors.
runner.
3 errors this inning for
Crociata.
He's down a bunt, and it will roll foul. Good play by the catcher to let it roll. Cruciata already tried to lay down a bunt in his first at-bat. Had the same results. Trying to use that speed to his advantage. You know, we saw it work with Brad Hart his first at-bat.
We'll see if he goes back to the bunt here. The 0-1 count. The 0-2 count. As Cruciata watches strike 2 pass by. Cannon sends Cruciata with a man running. And Dalton able to get back to second base, but Cruciata pops out and brings up Liam Sander with 2 outs. Or excuse me, brings up Casey Donor with 2 outs. Liam Sander on deck.
Yeah, good job able to get back. Dalton able to get back to second, avoids the double play. It's a little closer than hopeful. It's an unfortunate sequence of the pop out. First pitch strike for Donor.
High. Scrapes away from Donor. Even count now.
So Cannon just trying to get out of this inning without any more damage done. That run will not go on his stat line. Obviously with the errors, 1 low. So far only 3 that he's going to be accounted for, but you know, a 4-0 lead is going to be hard for this Walnut Hill team to come back from, especially if the Comets keep Hanley on the mound.
2-1 count.
Cannon looks Dalton back.
Donor misses on the off speed, ends up in the dirt. 2-2 count. Dalton still at second with a big lead off. And Donor sends that one to left field. Backs up, but Woodford able to come down with it. Close out inning number 5. So Comets add another run courtesy of 3 Eagles errors, and we'll be back with you shortly for the top of the 6th.
Top of the 6th here at Mason Middle School. Brock Francis will lead it off for Walnut Hills as they're very quickly losing time to try and make a comeback. Jake Hanley will continue to be on the mound for the Comets for his 6th inning of work.
They've given up 2 hits to this point.
Francis showing bunt, trying to get something going as a leadoff for this team.
And 3-0 count. Hanley struggling to find the zone here. Francis set up well.
Got one called high, so 4-pitch walk, which we haven't seen from Hanley so far tonight.
Now hitting number 13, Michael Scruggs.
Scruggs, center fielder, now up to the plate.
It doesn't look like either team has anyone warming up for them. Just shows that, you know, with the 4-0 lead, that the Comets trust their ace, their senior Jake Hanley, to kind of get through the rest of this game.
Pinch running at first base for the Eagles, number 6, Samuel Horde.
And the Eagles with a pinch runner, Sam Horde. Number 6 now at first base.
2 stolen bases on the year for Horde. Feels like it might be pretty difficult to run on Hanley with the velocity that he has and pretty strong arm of Rutherford. Now we haven't seen Walnut Hills try to attempt a stolen base so far tonight, but seems as for good reason. Pitch framed from Rutherford will make it 1-1.
Hanley sends it back to first base, but Horde gets back.
So far, production from Hanley. This will be his 60th pitch of the game. Gets him swinging.
But in the dirt, so gives up a base to Horde on the wild pitch. Now down 2-1 in the count.
Close call there.
That pitch just a tad inside. So the sophomore Scruggs hitters count here. Swinging for the fastball. Sends the foul back towards his dugout. So full count now. No outs. Pitch in the dirt. Scruggs gets a free base.
Back to the top of the order for the Eagles, number 2,
Back in the comments, just
Braden
mentioned
Up.
the bullpen. It looks like the sophomore Ben Hanley warming up for the Comets, so it might get the brother duo here in the playoffs.
And a mound visit now from Coach Bly. Hanley shut out through 5. He's been lights out. But now
Just a little over 60 pitches on the night. Wonder if that could be it for him.
and with a solid 4-run cushion, can afford to save Hanley's arm. But he'll stay on for a little bit longer. Coach Bly will give Hanley a chance to get out of the 2-runner pinch.
And they probably told him, no outs, 2 guys on. But Hanley's been in situations like this before. Already turned a couple of double plays tonight. So just try and get something on the ground. You know this infield can get it done. Seems some absolutely incredible plays from this infield so far tonight. Lays down a bunt, that goes foul.
Braden up, down in the count 0-1 now.
Up lots of speed on the base pass. You gotta like the bunt here. No out to guys on first and second. Try to move them up to second, third. Almost puts down bunt once again. Hanley looks the guy's back. But a very good baseball here, trying to lay down a bunt.
That pitch sent backwards. So 0-2, taken away the bunt.
Yeah, you saw Sanders crash in from first. Likely won't this time. You don't really see a bunt with 2 strikes. So now Up's gonna have to make it work with his bat.
Hanley misses big time, and Rutherford doesn't even attempt to throw. And so 2 runners in scoring position now. Hanley's second wild pitch of the inning and his only 2 of the game.
Yeah, that's a huge wild pitch right there. It moves the 2 guys up into scoring position. So now still no outs. A 1-2 count. You gotta get a strikeout here for Hanley.
It's high.
2 straight. Almost right at Up. Try to make him back off the plate a little bit. Up isn't even hugging the plate much.
It's sent to center field. Brad Hart calls it, gets it, and sends the throw down to Rutherford. And Horde comes in for the first run of the night for the Eagles.
And both runners advance. That gives Walnut Hills on the board. And runner moves up to third, so great at bat from Up. The bunt doesn't work. Kind of gets a free bunt with the pass ball and with a wild pitch. And does a nice job getting it to center.
Now Ace Conklin up to the plate. And he's got Scruggs at third in scoring position.
If you're Walnut Hills, this is the part of the lineup that you want to have up.
First pitch misses the zone.
Conklin, a 370 hitter in the ECC. That one on the shorts.
Hard hit to Sulik, recovers and finds Sander, but not before Scruggs gets home. So run scored on back-to-back plate appearances.
Now hitting number 4, Alex Conrad.
And Alex Conrad in the heart of the lineup now up to the plate. 2 outs and empty bases.
Yeah, gotta think this is the last inning we see from Jake Hanley on the mound. A very good night for him, even though the 6 a little rough for him. Still a great night on the mound. That one up the middle, high, but it gets through into center as might start to really get a hold of Hanley.
Now hitting number 44.
And right there, that's the
Austin
Eagles'
Bergeron.
third hit of the game. It's the first one given up this inning by Hanley, but wild pitches and walks were the culprits. First pitch is a beaut. The center of the zone. Shows off the velocity. Pushes it past.
Hanley not wasting any time. Quickly ahead 0-2. Just trying to get out of this inning.
And Bergeron now in a hole.
Runner goes left side on to third. Throw on the Sanders at first. A nice scoop. Comets give up a couple. Walnut Hills gets on the board for the first time tonight, but Comets still lead as we'll go to a break as we head to the bottom of the sixth. Comets lead 4-2.
Welcome back for the bottom of the sixth, and we have our first pitching change of the game. Luke Loffman, the senior, in for Reese Cannon, the sophomore. Loffman, a 2.9 ERA on the season, 61 strikeouts, and 42 innings pitched.
Yes, the Eagles, they've gone with their two most experienced and probably best pitchers tonight. You know, a pretty nice outing from Cannon. Did give up a couple, but now it's up to Loffman to not allow any more insurance to this Comet offense, who seems like I've kind of refound their spark a little bit tonight.
Yep, and Sander up to the plate. Comets scored in back-to-back innings, and it's been heavily assisted by 4 errors this game from the Eagles.
Yeah, 3 in that 5th inning, which caused the score with no hits. Just a little dribbler on the right side and a throw in air.
Loffman finds the zone on back-to-back pitches, evens the count. And full count now. Loffman hangs that one near the feet of Sander. Similar spot, and it's a free base for the sophomore. Brings up Brad Hart.
So that's the second walk tonight for
Now
Sander.
hitting for the Comets, number 1, Brad Hart.
It's a very respectable game from the sophomore. Like you mentioned, the first at bat to the warning track in left field and 2 straight walks. Got to appreciate what you've been seeing.
Shows bunt. Fouls out of play.
Shows bunt, just foul once again. Hart already a bunt single in his first at bat, trying to get a second one. Already shown some movement on the base pass for Hart tonight.
And sends that one to the pitcher Loftman. And gets the out, but advances Sander to second base. And now Alex Kelling, who's had a heck of a game. 2 doubles, 3 RBIs. The leadoff batter up to the plate. And Kelling, who got the comments on the board, looking to put an exclamation mark on this game and was potentially the last inning of batting for them. That one misses.
Like you mentioned, Kelling kind of the star of the show for this Comet offense tonight. That RBI triple, or 3 RBI triple in his last at bat.
And that one in the dirt. Kelling with a friendly count, 2-0. And finds the zone. Now 3-1 count. Or, excuse me, even count with the scoreboard issue. Kelling sends that one to left field. And a great play by Woodfork, who's had several catches out there in left field tonight. Brings it in for out number 2. Now Sulik up to the plate. Looking to get his first hit of the game. Loftman 0-1 now after that pitch. Hit the short. Sulik can't outrun it. So Sander stuck on second. And Comets close out the 6th, holding on to a 4-2 lead over the Walnut Hills Eagles. Welcome back for the top of the 7th inning. Jake Hanley still in, looking for a complete game. And first pitch sails past Rutherford for ball 1.
Yeah, Hanley so far tonight has been able to keep the pitch count in check. So you don't really mind trying to go for the complete game. Swings through that.
Been a swing and a miss there from Thornton.
Almost close, but doesn't get the call.
And hit shallow to third. Stevens with a quick throw and misses. And now Thornton gets the second with ease. That's a tough spot for Drew Stevens. Had to come up quickly and deliver a bullet to first, but not an accurate throw, and ends up giving up to an extra bag.
That's such a tough play to make, trying to go barehanded on that. Good attempt, just unable to capitalize, and he gets the guy to second. So it's just one of those plays in baseball where there's not much you can do as an infielder. It feels like Walnut Hills has been doing a lot of their damage from the weak contact.
And that ball just misses the line, headed towards third base in the outfield. And Hanley definitely in some trouble.
At top of the 7. Coach showing a lot of trust in you, keeping you out in a game that can turn either way in just one swing of the bat. This game's still very reachable for Walnut Hills.
And that's the pitch Hanley needed. Now 1-2. And a strikeout here would go a long way. And he gets the swing and the miss. Woodford couldn't get it, and now brings up Reese Cannon. Cannon pitched the first 5 innings of this game for the Eagles.
Yeah, Hanley nearing double digits in the strikeouts. Trying to look for a season high tonight.
Yeah, man, he's just given up 4 hits.
Pretty much all weak contact as well.
Cannon.
So man on second, 1 out. Swings through that one for strike 1.
So a couple great pitches in a row for Hanley. Building his momentum here. And potentially the last half inning of the game. Cannon can't hit the off speed. Now 0-2 after that swing and a miss. A runner on the move and drop third. Sander, but and it's out. And what a finish. And this game really came out of nowhere. A late decision to send JT Thornton from second base to third. Yeah. And Rutherford with a quick throw to Sander to get the force out at first. And then Sander with a bullet to third, and a fantastic tag from Drew Stevens closes out the game. You know, it looked like we were about to have an exciting finish, and we certainly did.
Yeah, Thornton just hesitant and went too late. And how about the game from Liam Sander at first? definitely player of the game defensively, and not the way you would expect the game to end, but overall just a great showing from this Comet defense and offense. You like to see this Comet offense get back on their feet again.
Yep.
But obviously the game that Jake Hanley had, will not be overlooked. A complete game, only gives up a couple of hits tonight.
And the Comets will move on and face St. Xavier Bombers, who took down LaSalle, who the Comets recently played on Friday night 3-0. So Comets and Bombers will be the next round. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I've been Andrew Little here with Daniel Panetti.